everybody. Brad Nessler here, and with me as always, Kirk Herbstreit and Lee Corso. We're looking forward to another great matchup here early in the college football season. Here come the Razorbacks. The Razorbacks don't seem to match up too well in this one. Kirk, I'm not sure I like their chances very much.
I gotta have to go with them too. I really believe that these guys are gonna do it.
Both teams are on the field, and we're just about ready to open things up. He kicks it off. Romero takes it at the 4. Now let's see what kind of success this offense can have as they come out onto the field for the first time today. This drive will start 16-yard line.
First and 10.
Two tight ends here. Robinson drops to throw. Slings it left. And it's caught. Williams tackles him behind the line for a loss on the play. Taken back a yard. They line up at the 15.
Ball on the
second down.
Line.
They'll work from the shotgun. Tries to juke, and he's taken down at the 17-yard line. From their own 17-yard line, it's 3rd and 9. The defense sets up in the nickel. Looks to pass. Wants to throw outside. Someone got a hand out. The defense needed that one.
How about the move here by this cornerback? Great play that time, getting a hand on the football.
4th and 9. And they're ready to punt this one away. Bennett awaits the snap. He punts it. Shaq fields at the 46. There's a flag down, and it looks like this one's coming back.
Clipping on the receiving team. 15 yards.
That one will put the offense in a hole. We'll try to get some of that back on this upcoming play. First down, 10 yards to go. The Razorbacks line up with 3 wide. Gets the ball. No, they faked it. He throws it. Catches it. He's pushed out of bounds at the 44-yard line. A nice completion to the tight end.
A good play here, and the thing that I notice is that he provides a nice big target out there for the quarterback.
From their own 44-yard line, it's 2nd and 1. Arkansas lines up with 3 receivers. He jukes. And they make the stop at the 47-yard line. And the tailback picks up the first down. It's first down. The Razorbacks with 4 receivers. Anderson hits him in the backfield. It's 2nd down now, 14 to go. Ball on the 43-yard line. The defense lines up with 6 DBs. He'll give it off here. He's taken down at the 46. We got 3rd and 3 here.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
They line up in an I. They get it out there on the toss. Gordon tackles him at the 42-yard line. There's a player injured down on the field. I can see who it is.
I didn't see what happened on the play. You can only hope that this guy be able to shake it off and get back into the game.
First and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line. Huggins with 3 wide receivers. Huggins drops back. He passes it. There he goes. The 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. The throw to the wide receiver goes for a touchdown.
That kid looks like a natural receiver out there.
Well, you could say he's from a good pedigree when it comes to football. I think his father's taught him very well.
They'll line it up for the extra point. He makes the PAT. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Burns is lined up to kick this one off. He just drills this one. Romero fields it in the end zone. And now we'll see the offense come out onto the field for their next possession. First down. He's going to try to throw. And they couldn't hook up on that one.
You got to be careful when you're calling a trick play like this, because it's usually a huge gain or a turnover. They were lucky it was only incomplete.
From their own 20-yard line. Second down and 10 to go. Here's the halfback. Folks with the tackle at the 22-yard line. Dortch picks up 2 yards with the carry. That'll make it third down. Third down, 8 yards to go.
22-yard line.
Robinson lines up with 3 receivers on his right. Throws. Got it to him on the run. Tackle at the 42. And Herbie, that was a good-looking throw.
Yeah, and what impresses me is the composure of this young quarterback. He made a great read, saw the open receiver, and delivered an almost perfect strike. Good-looking play.
It's first and 10. Ball on their own 42-yard line. Robinson lines up in the shotgun. They'll get it again. And they get him in the backfield for a loss.
Not a very successful run that time, Coach.
Did you see his explosion off the defensive line? Woohoo! It seemed like he was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
He just timed the snap count there. It really made a nice play.
It's second down. He drops back. Makes a move. He takes off. Robinson runs out at the 49-yard line. They'll line it up again on third down.
On the 49-yard line.
This sellout crowd is really making a difference now as these guys can't even call the play. Robinson with a nice play fake. The ball is tipped. Oh, boy, almost intercepted. He just couldn't find the handle.
That poor kid looked like he was trying to catch a greased pig.
Easy, Scooter. At least he kept the receiver from making the play.
Looks like they're going to punt it away here. Shaq will be the return man. He gets it away, and it's a skyrocket. Shaq, all for the fair catch.
Great passing was the key for the offense the last time they had the ball. They were able to pick apart the defense and get down the field for a touchdown.
So if I'm the coach, I'm telling my defensive linemen to get more pressure on that quarterback, please.
The offense will take over at the 14-yard line. Defense lines up in a 3-4. Can't wrap him up. Anderson tackles him at the 18-yard line. Shaq gets about 4 yards on the play, so that'll make it second down. They line up at the 18.
Ball on the 18-yard
It's second down.
line.
On the draw. They really had nothing going on that run.
I'll tell you what, Brad, it's almost like he ran into a brick wall on that play.
We've got third and 10.
Ball on the 14-yard line.
They line up in the shotgun. Huggins drops back to pass. Looks. He gets the pass away, and he pulls it down. They pick up solid yardage there.
Yeah, nice little pitch and catch there. The wideout was able to find a little open space in the defense, and the quarterback was able to get him the ball for a good pickup.
First down. Jackson is the deep back as they line up in the I. Back to pass. Moves up in the pocket. Across the middle. Another catch.
How about that play?
Well, it was a good pass, a good catch, and they are keeping the defense off balance by throwing on first down.
Absolutely right.
It's first and 10. Ball right around midfield. The Razorbacks come out in a shotgun. Huggins will hand it off. Tackle made at the 38. That's a good 9-yard gain.
9-yard gain on the play.
It's second down.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Huggins comes to the line with 3 wide. Shaq takes a handoff. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. They move the sticks after another first down.
Impressive drive by this offense so far. I really like what they're doing by keeping this defense on their heels and moving the ball downfield.
They line up at the 33. First down. The Razorbacks line up in an I formation. Shaq gets a call. Osborne brings him down at the 29. Shaq picks up about 4 yards on the play. Second down and 6. Ball on the 29. They line up in an I. Shaq up the gut. Oh, what a move. And down he goes at the 23. And he carried that one for a few yards.
You know, when you have a guy that can grab 5 yards or so consistently, it sure takes some of the pressure off the passing game.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line. The Razorbacks go with the I formation. Handoff up the middle. Brought down at the 11. Nice run there. I got to tell you guys, the offense is making things look pretty easy on this drive.
Yep, if defense just hasn't been able to make a play.
They could have shut them down a few times, but they just haven't been able to do it. Now it's time to step up.
First down, 10 to go. They're in the red zone. Ace backfield. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. And they make the stop at the 8-yard line. So they get about 3 on the draw. Second down. High formation here. Shannon gets another carry. And he's tackled at the 6-yard line. The running back gets 2 on the carry.
2 on the play.
They'll line it up again on third down. They're crowding the line. Again, he'll get the call.
That was a fantastic play by this defense.
You're right. Poor halfback. He had nowhere to go.
This should be an easy field goal.
On the 6-yard line.
Arkansas is hoping to make this a 2-score game. He gets it up, and it sails to the upright. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Arkansas is ready to kick it away. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Hunt fields it in the end zone. The offense comes back on the field, hoping to build off their last drive.
It's all about execution, my friends. We saw them move the football, but they were unable to move it when it mattered most.
But Lee, I think you have to give credit to this defense. They
take over at the 22-yard line.
Look to do the
First
same.
and 10.
The defense comes out in the dime package. Looks like someone got a head start on the line.
Dead ball. Don't start on the offense. Five-yard penalty. Still first
Nothing
down.
gets under a coach's skin more than a penalty like that.
Believe me, I know any time a player on my team committed a penalty, they were running stadium steps the next day.
First down and 15 to go. Ball on the 17. They line up in an I. Robinson on play action. Under pressure. Folks makes the sack. Second and long. Ball on the 10. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. Back to pass. Got him. He's all the way down to the 38-yard line. And he comes up with another spectacular kick.
Well, here you can see why this wideout is considered by many to not only win the Best Wide Receiver Award, but Lee, maybe the Heisman Trophy. He's a tremendous athlete.
Kirk, I agree he's a great athlete, but he plays at a position, as you know, that doesn't often get the Heisman hype. So we'll have to wait and see.
They line up in a double tight set. They'll throw on first down. And it's intercepted. And he's finally taken down at the 13-yard line. It's the safety who's in the right place at the right time.
The quarterback has to know where the safety is when he makes this kind of throw. Right here, he just tried to force something that wasn't there.
We'll see if they can capitalize on the good field position. 3 wideouts here. Direct snap to the back. Smith with the tackle at the 11. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
Gain of 2 on the play.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters. They're in the red zone, where last time they came away with only a field goal. From the 11-yard line. It's third down and 8 to go. Arkansas lines up in a shotgun set. Surveys the field. He darts it over the middle. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And a nice connection for the score, Coach.
Yep. The defense can forget about it.
And they're lining up for the PAT. And he hits the PAT. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Arkansas to kick this one off. He sends it downfield. Hunt from his own end zone.
Great job by the defense last time forcing the pick. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few runs here by the offense to start things off.
The offense will start at the 18-yard line. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. They go with the run. Banks brings him down for a loss.
This defensive end just showed us why he's much more than just a pass rusher.
Yep, I love this kid. He's a great run stopper as well as a great pass rusher. He's the real deal, Kirk. He can do it all.
They line up at the 15. So it's 2nd and 13. Dortch lines up as a single back. Toss. And now he's going to throw it. Incomplete pass.
I know they didn't complete the pass, but I like a coach that isn't afraid to throw some trickery into his game plan.
Hey, we were watching them practice this play the other day.
I remember that.
It worked against their scout team defense.
You know as well as I do, their scout team defense is a lot different than this team's defense.
The Razorbacks line up in a nickel back. Might have been some early movement up front.
Let's start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still
The penalty will force him into 3rd and long now.
Yes, sir. The coach is going to give him a little talking to when he gets off the field.
3rd down and a couple miles here.
10-yard line.
Drops back to pass. He steps up. Looks. He lets it go. Great concentration. Decent game, but they're still just short of the 1st down.
Yeah, if the receiver would have reached the ball out a little bit, he would have been able to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, but that's tough to do when you...
4th and 2. They line up to punt this one away. Shaq is back awaiting the punt. He gets it away. Shaq takes it to the 32. Not a whole lot on the return.
Well, I look at it this way. You didn't fumble, and you didn't lose yardage. What more could you ask for?
They'll start this drive at the 38. Arkansas goes with the ace set here. Huggins looking to throw on 1st down. Over the middle. And it falls incomplete. He just put a little too much air under that one.
That's one of the reasons defenses like to blitz, not only to sack the quarterback, but also to force him into making bad throws.
It's 2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 38-yard line. Shaq alone in the backfield. Huggins gives it up the middle. And he's taken down at the 42-yard line. About 4 yards on the counter to the halfback.
On the play. Third and 6. Ball on the 42-yard line.
The Razorbacks line up in an I formation. They hand it off again. Tackle made at the 48.
Close call, but it's good for the first down.
That defender down there is upset. He knows that if he would have gotten to the play a second sooner, he would have been able to make the stop. Great call and a good run there on third down.
First and 10. Ball on the 48. Huggins lines up in the shotgun. Again, he'll get the call. And he gets a yard on the run.
1 yard gain on the play.
Second and 9 coming up here.
Ball
right around midfield.
49-yard line.
Handoff up the middle. Williams tackles him at the 48-yard line. A pickup of about 3. The offense faces another third down as they line it up. Huggins with 3 wide receivers. Back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Lets it fly. His receiver has it to the 20, to the 10, and he will score. All right, Coach, your team is down by 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. What are you telling those kids on the sideline?
Well, I look them in the eye and I say, hey, there's more than 3 quarters to go. It's your choice. Either lie down and lose by 50, or man up, dig yourself out of this hole so you can head into halftime with something to work for.
So the kicking team will line up for the point after. And he tacks on the extra point. And there was contact after the kick. What are they going to call here?
Running into the kicker on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Force on the kickoff.
Burns is lined up to kick this one off. He sends it off. Romero takes it at the 8.
What is he doing? Come on, you got to make someone miss.
Yeah, that was not a very good return.
They'll start at the 14. They come out with a big set. 2 tight ends here. Here's a counter play. He might have a chance. At the 40. Across midfield. At the 40. At the 30. To the 20. To the 10. And he will score.
Oh, wow. I can't believe it. What an amazing run.
And how about the fact that not one player on the entire defense even touched him? You've got 11 guys on the field, and he just flew by all of them.
So the kicker's going to stay on the sidelines. These guys will try for a 2-point conversion. They're crowding that line of scrimmage. Roberts takes a handoff. They got it. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He sends it downfield. Shaq fields it at the 11. Well, the offense heading back out onto the field after that kick. Hoping to turn this drive into another touchdown. The offense will take over at the 31-yard line. Shaq is the deep back as they line up in the I. Huggins tosses it right. He has some room. And that tackle is going to save him 6. A big gain for the halfback.
You know, when we talked to the coach yesterday, he said they were going to run it over, up, and around this defense. Well, here they got a nice gain on the old...
They line up at the 45. First down. Arkansas comes out in the shotgun. Inside give. He's tackled at the 31. And the halfback ripped off a nice gain there to get him the first.
Hey, this kid's a good-looking back. Let's see if they go to him again.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line. 5 DBs on the field. It's the tailback. He's taken down at the 29-yard line. He gains a couple of yards on the kick.
2 on the play.
Second and 8 coming up here. Ball at 29. Arkansas sets up in the I. Osborne brings him down at the 25. Shaq gets about 4 yards on the play. Third down, 4 yards to go.
On the 25.
Ball at 25. Arkansas comes out with an I formation. Romero with a takedown at the 23. No can do on that run. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, you're absolutely right. Those guys got in there and shut them down, and now they're all fired up.
So it's 4th down, and the offense is still on the field. They line up in an I. And they're stopped short, and they'll turn it over. Not quite enough for the first. Looks like they'll turn it over on downs.
You know what? I think they still made the right call there.
Yeah, it was worth the gamble, even though they didn't make it.
The offense will start at 25.
First and 10.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. Robinson goes with a play fake. He heaves it deep. And got him! He's all the way down to the 47-yard line. Heck of a catch by the wideout to pick up a nice chunk of yardage.
This kid is a very special football player. He can make the catch over the middle in traffic, or he can take it the distance using his speed. He can do it all.
From the 47-yard line. First down. Dortch lines up in the deep back. I formation. First and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line. Dortch is the deep back as they line up in the I. Little handoff. Brought down at the 43-yard line. Flags are down, and this one might be on the offense.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Still
So instead of moving forward, they'll move a few yards back.
Boy, I hate to see guys making dumb penalties like that.
First and long. Ball on the 43-yard line.
Robinson lines up in the shotgun. First down. Look at the throw. He throws. Caught. Breaks one. To the 20. To the 10. He's going to take it to the barn. Touchdown. And the halfback just exploded for the huge play and the touchdown.
If he keeps playing like this, he'll be playing with the big boys on Sundays.
And let me tell you something, Kirk. Nowadays, the pros are always looking for running backs who can run and catch. And this guy could do it all.
So the kicker's on the field to attempt the extra point. He makes the PAT. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. They line up to kick this one away. Short kickoff. Carlson takes it to 15. I don't think we'll see this offense get into a similar situation this time.
So you think they'll convert on 4th down if they go for it again?
Hey, why not? If you're having to go for it on 4th down a lot, you're not doing so hot, sweetheart.
Here are the offensive production stats, brought to you today by Coca-Cola. Shaq, alone in the backfield. Huggins, looking to throw on first down. Tosses short, brought down in the open field. Kirk, that was a nice grab there.
You know, it may be simple, but whenever you can gain solid yardage, you're doing something right.
From their own 43-yard line.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
Arkansas sets up in the eye. Shaq takes the give. And he's tackled at the 46. And they keep it on the ground for the first down.
Nothing too fancy here. The key is that the running back was able to convert the first down.
They line up at the 46. First down. The Razorbacks go with the I formation. They'll go with the run once again. Can't wrap him up. Tackle at the 43. And he's already over the 100-yard mark with that run.
And he's made it look so easy. He's going through, around, and on top of this defense with no problem.
He really has. At this rate, he could easily be looking at 200, maybe even 300 yards rushing today.
First
down, 10 to go. Ball on the 43. Arkansas comes out with an I formation. They're going to pitch it. They'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They pick up another first, guys.
They've got a decent drive going here.
Yep, the offense is doing exactly what they have to do. Move the sticks.
From the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard
It's first down.
line.
Huggins, back to pass. Wants to throw outside. This one is incomplete.
That would have been a tough catch to make with that cover.
Yeah, Kirk, but that's what he's on the field to do. I don't care if he's covered by 7 guys. If the ball touches his hands, then he's got to bring it down.
Man, that's pretty harsh, don't you think, Scooter?
Nah, it's not harsh. That's what wide receivers are supposed to do. Catch the football.
All right.
They line up at the 28.
Ball on the
Second and 10.
28-yard line.
Arkansas comes to the line with 3 wide. Pitch left. Brought down at the 20. Shaq gets his 8 yards on the play.
Gain of 8 on the play.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. The Razorbacks set up in the gun. And he's taken down at the 20-yard line. Not a lot on that one. Fourth down. The field goal attempt will be about a 37-yarder. It's up. And it's right down. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive celebrate. Arkansas gets set to kick this one away. And it's off. Hunt from his own end zone. They're ready to start another drive, hoping to duplicate the results of the last one, which ended in a touchdown. Let's take a look at the offensive production numbers, brought to you by Coke. They come out with a big set. Little handoff. Jock with the tackle at the 25. And the fullback plows ahead for maybe a yard. Second down, 10 yards to go. 25-yard 25. The offense is doing everything they can just to call the plays, and right now, they're not having much luck at all. Lets it go. He's knocked out of bounds at the 29-yard line. How about that play?
That's a good pickup there. He just dropped back and delivered a nice throw.
They line up at the 29. We've got a 3rd and 6. Robinson has trips to the right. Robinson drops to throw. Robinson lets it fly. So since the quarterback and receiver couldn't hook up, we're going to have a 4th down.
Fourth and 6.
The punter comes on the field, getting ready to send one off. Shaq is back to receive. Punts the ball away. Shaq fields at the 41. Just about ready to call the first play of this drive. They were able to pick up a field goal on their last possession. They're on the right side of the 50 as they start this drive.
1st and 10.
Huggins lines up in the shotgun. Hits him hard at the 42-yard line. They line up at the 42. 2nd and 11. Huggins has 4 receivers lined up here. Huggins with the give. Williams brings him down at the 34. Nice job by the running back. And that'll get him 7, maybe 8 yards. It's 3rd and 3. Ball on the 34-yard line.
3 inside 4.
And they'll try to get the first through the air. Catches it. And they make the stop at the 27-yard line.
That's how you convert on 3rd down.
This defense had to be expecting pass.
I know that. It doesn't matter, though. It's not enough to know that they were passing. You got to know their tendencies, too.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 27.
First and 10.
Huggins is back in the gun. Drops back on first down. Steps up in the pocket. He's looking down the middle.
Drop pass. That'll drive the coach crazy. That'll drive the quarterback crazy. And that'll drive the fans crazy.
Well, I'm sure he'll get an earful when he gets to the sideline.
You bet he will.
Second and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Razorbacks line up with 4 wideouts. Brought down at the 27. They'll line it up again on third down.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
Arkansas lines up in a shotgun set. He looks, rifles it left. It falls incomplete. The quarterback aired it out, but too far.
Yeah, great try by the receiver. Technically, he caught the pass, but he won't get credit for the catch because he was out of bounds.
It looks like they're going to try for the long field goal.
27-yard line.
The kick is up, and he's got it. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Arkansas is lining up to kick this one off. Hunt and Romero deep to return. Decent kick. Hunt fields it at the 3. A little juke. The offense gets ready to start a new drive as they just couldn't get anything going on their last possession. Going 3 and out. They'll set up shop at the
32-yard line. First and 10.
Ace backfield. Robinson on first down. Throws it to the outside. And he catches it off the tip. They just couldn't get to the quarterback in time.
That's one of the things that can happen if a defense brings extra guys to rush the quarterback. The offense will have favorable matchups to get the ball downfield.
And this kid is talented enough to see those receivers. It's not easy to get the ball past those big bulldozers when they're flying right at you.
The Razorbacks bring in their dime package. Dortch on the handoff. Makes a move. At the 40. To the 20. To the 10. He's going to take it to the barn. Touchdown. So they call his number and he gets into the end zone again.
That was just an excellent individual effort to find the end zone.
Yeah, this kid showed up to play today. I really like what I've seen from him so far.
So they're ready for the extra point. He splits the uprights with the extra point. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff.
Number 25.
Kicks it away. Shaq fields at the goal line. He jukes at the 30. He made a good cut upfield, got a few blocks, and were able to come up with a decent return.
That looked like a breakdown in kickoff coverage. Instead of staying in the lanes, they all started sprinting to the football.
That's exactly what happened. You can't do that.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coke. Shaq is the deep back as they line up in the I. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. And he's tackled in the open field. Shaq gets 7 yards on the play.
7-yard gain on the play.
It's second down and 3 to go.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
The Razorbacks come out in the shotgun. Throws this one out to the right. And it's caught. And he's tackled at the 47-yard line. There was a 3-yard completion, and we'll have a 1st and 10 coming up.
Since he only needed a few yards, the little dump off pass worked to perfection.
It's 1st down.
1st and 10.
They line up in a double tight set. Looks to pass. He's looking for his man. It's complete. Romero gets in the backfield for a loss. That's a loss of about 5. From their own 42-yard line.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
3 wideouts here. Huggins steps back to pass. Fires deep down the left side. And he's got it! And guys, he's already over 200 yards passing in the first half.
Well, he's off a great start. It'll be interesting to see if he can maintain this level of play for the rest of the game.
And since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the numbers. Brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. There's a play fake. He passes it. He strikes it. And he hits him hard at the 2. Nice pass play.
This is something they like to run. A little pass to the fullback. Here he has a little wiggle room and gets a nice pickup.
Second down and around 1 to go. All on the 2-yard line. Let's see if they can get it in for the touchdown. Huggins gives it up the middle. Touchdown, Arkansas! Nothing complicated about that one, Coach. The halfback took it in for 6.
You're right. It doesn't have to be a ton of physics to get in the end zone. Just good.
So the kicker lines up for the PAT. And he adds the extra point. And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary.
Arkansas,
and it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. And this one's a short kick. Romero takes it at the 12. Sheds 1 tackler. The last time this offense had the ball, they ran it very well, and they put it in the end zone. We'll have to see if that's their focus one more time.
They'll
go to work at the
35-yard line. 1st and 10.
Dortch gets it on a pitch. He's hit and got away. He's taken down at the 38. The back gets 3 on the carry.
3-yard gain on the play.
Single set backfield.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Ace backfield. They go with a pitch to the right. He's going to try to throw. Got his man on the run. And down he goes at the 45.
Hey, the kid throws a nice pass. They need to put him underneath the center a bit more after that one.
I think he's pretty good at his normal position, but I like how the coach uses him once in a while for some trick play.
Let's take a look at the offensive production numbers, brought to you by Coca-Cola. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. Robinson gives it up the middle. Gunn with a takedown at the 33-yard line. And there's a penalty on the play. Let's see who it's on.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
He looked like he had a handful of jersey on that one.
You know, you can get away with a little holding, but hey, you can't do that.
First and long.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Drops back to pass. Steps up. He throws right. And that one's incomplete. There's a flag on the field, and I think I have a good feeling of what this might be.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty.
It's about time they called him for holding. He's been holding on to jerseys all game.
Scooter, these refs could probably call holding on every play if they wanted to. These guys get away with it.
37-yard line.
Dortch lines up in the deep back, I formation. Somebody jumped early down there.
That ball. That's start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still
They'll be
on
called
snap.
for an infraction. That will put them back a few paces.
Man, the coaches are going to have to talk to these young guys about committing unnecessary fouls.
They line up at the 32. It's first down. Robinson drops back. Short toss. And they couldn't hook up on that one.
I'm a little surprised that he dropped that one, Coach.
I am too, but don't take anything away from this defense. That was a perfectly timed hit. There wasn't much the receiver could do that time. He had a man in his face as soon as he touched the football.
Second and long coming up here.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Dortch lines up in the single back. Robinson drops to throw. He unloads it. It's deflected. The defense needed that one.
How about the move here by this cornerback? Great play that time, getting a hand on the football.
Here's a third and long situation. Dortch alone in backfield. Back pass. And he's hit as he throws. And it's the tight end. Kane with the tackle at the 46-yard line. He made the catch, and they're still going to be short.
Hey, if you would have gotten some yards on first and second down, you wouldn't have needed so many on third down.
Fourth and 11.
The punt team is on the field looking to kick this one away. Kane back deep to return. Bennett punts it, and he didn't get much distance on it. Williams signals for a fair catch. So they beat this defense up through the air on their last drive. Let's see if they can replicate that performance this time around. They line up at the 24. It's first down. Arkansas comes to the line, only one man at the backfield. And they make the stop at the 25-yard line.
On the carry.
And he gets a yard on the run.
On the play.
They'll line up at the 25. Second down. Arkansas goes with the ace set here. Huggins gives up the middle, and they got him for a loss.
Look at that. Let's pull off the blocking assignments. And that's why this running back is looking for his mouthpiece right now.
From their own 24-yard line. It's third and 10. The Razorbacks line up with a single set backfield. Looks to pass. Looking. Here they come. And he's going to be sacked for a loss.
That defensive end just came off the edge of, ow! The quarterback couldn't have a chance.
He has one job on passing situations. Get to the quarterback. And he did that job very, very well on that play.
Fourth and long.
So they're set to punt this one away. Hunt will be the return man. Didn't get all of that one. Hunt fields it at the 46. Just couldn't break free on that one.
Now, Brad, he didn't have a lot of open field to run, but he did a nice job of making something out of nothing.
We'll see if they can capitalize on the good field position.
First and 10.
They're really struggling now as this crowd is going absolutely insane. On the ground with the tailback. Duckett brings him down to the 37-yard line. Dortch gets 3 yards on the play, so that'll make it second down. From the 37-yard line. Second down, 7 yards to go. Single set backfield. Robinson back to throw. Robinson lets it go. And he just went over 100 yards this half with that last catch.
This receiver's catching everything thrown his way.
When a quarterback and receiver get it going early in the game, watch out, defense. You could be in for a long day.
It's first down. They get it out there on the toss. And he's in there. Touchdown. And that was his 3rd rushing touchdown of the half.
You've heard the saying, a guy's in a zone. Right now, this guy's not stopping for anybody.
Speaking of stopping, somebody on the defense has to stop this running back, or else we're in for a long, long game.
And they line up for the point after. He makes the PAT. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. Bennett is lined up to kick this one off. Short kick. He didn't get a hold of that one. Carlson fields it at the 11. Well, before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Let's take a look at the offensive production numbers brought to you by Coca-Cola. Arkansas comes out with an I formation. They'll give it off here. Tackle at the 37-yard line. 6 yards on the carry.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Second down, 4 yards to go.
Ball
on the 37-yard line. Arkansas sets up in the I. And he's taken down at the 39. He gains a couple of yards on the carry. Third down and 2.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Shaq lines up in the deep back, I formation. Handoff up the middle. He's taken down at the 41.
4th and inches.
The punt team is on the
Ball
field looking to kick this one
41-yard
away.
line.
Hunt, the return man. He punts it. Hunt takes it to 25, and he tackles him hard at the 33. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Clipping on the receiving team. 15 yards on the spot.
That's frustrating for a coach when you preach fundamentals every week and then have someone called for clip.
First down, 10 to go.
Ball on the 18-yard line.
Dortch is the deep back as they line up in the eye. This tackle. Oaks tackles him at the 22. He carries the ball for 3, maybe 4 yards. The offense calls a timeout, and they'll have 2 remaining. And there's 2 minutes remaining in the half.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Dortch alone in the backfield. Robinson fakes the handoff. And he's got him on the fly. Look at the power. Wants to stiff arm. Down the sideline. At the 30. To the 20. He's all the way home. Touchdown. Again, he goes to his halfback. And that's his second touchdown through the air today. So the offense is going to go for 2. So this is for the tie. Robinson set to go to the air. Caught it, and the conversion is good. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. And this one's a short kick. Carlson fields it at the 11. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. Here's a look at the offensive production statistics brought to you by Coke. Shaq is the deep back as they line up in the eye. He delivers. The big guy with room to run. Tackle at the 43-yard line. Arkansas takes a timeout. They line up at the 43. Second and short. They're in the eye. Play fake. He throws it. Complete. He's taken down at the 47. Pretty good gain right there.
You know, the thing that impresses me about this offense is their ability to spread the ball around. They're not afraid to go to their tight ends, their tailbacks, and in this case, their fullback. Nicely designed play.
First and 10. Ball on the 47.
First and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line.
One-man backfield. He broke his ankle. Tackle made at the 46-yard line. Shaq picks up a yard on the play. So that'll make it second down. From the 46-yard line. We've got second and 9 here. Arkansas goes with the ace set here. Smith brings him down for a loss. The Razorbacks take a timeout. That was their second timeout. They line up at the 48. It's third down and 11 to go. Arkansas lines up in a shotgun set. Steps up in the pocket. Throws it out there. And it's the true freshman.
That's how you convert third down, sweetheart.
That was a good-looking play, wasn't it, Coach?
Oh, yeah, this offensive coordinator must have seen something in the defense he really liked.
First down, 10 to go. Arkansas goes with the ace set here.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
Huggins hasn't missed yet. Looking, wants to throw outside. Touchdown!
I'd say the way that play was designed, Scooter, I think you and I might have been able to turn on the Jets there. That was a great play.
Easy, big guy. They'd have to treat both of us afterwards.
Here's the try for the extra point. And he converts the extra point. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kick.
Up for the kickoff.
Decent kick. Romero feeds it in the end zone. Now we see the offense come out of the field.
Secondary should be trembling after all the yards that they gave up the last time.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistic. Brought to you by Coke. They line up in an I. Robinson on play action. And it's caught. Loss of a yard. Second down and 11 to go. Ball on their own 16. Dortch lines up in the deep back. I formation. They're in the I. Dortch on the run. The lineman had a big push there to get in the backfield and bring him down.
Great penetration in the backfield. For such a big guy, this guy's got some really quick feet.
Once he gets moving, there's no stopping him. This guy is so big and strong that he's almost impossible to block with one guy.
It's third and 11.
Ball on the 16-yard line.
The defense sets up in the nickel. Robinson with the give. They'll bring him down at the 17-yard line. Arkansas will take their final timeout. They come out in a punt formation. Osborne is back awaiting the punt. He gets it off. Osborne takes it at the 47. Bennett ready to kick.
Kicking off to start the second half. Number 25.
He sends it off. Carlson has it at the 5. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. They'll take over at the 28-yard line. High formation here.
First and 10.
Shaq takes the give. And they make the stop at the 29. Shaq gains about a yard. That'll bring up second down. Second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 29-yard line. Huggins lines up with 4 wideouts. Look at the throw. He passes it. Incomplete.
Oh, hey, he just overthrew him that time.
Yeah, he just missed his man. Good play call. Bad pass.
It's third and 9. Ball on their own 29. This defense is in the dime. Huggins drops back to pass. Rifles it over the middle. Oh, so close to breaking it.
Now that's what you have to do on third and long.
Yep, he went right at him and hit him in the mouth. That's a great conversion to get the first down.
First and 10.
They line up at the 49.
49-yard
It's first down. The Razorbacks come out showing 3 wide. Shaq takes the handoff. Ostrom with the tackle at the 36-yard line. And he reeled off a big one there.
This offensive line is built to allow this tailback to make plays, as you just saw. He's able to get into the open and create some excitement right there.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics brought to you by Coca-Cola. The Razorbacks go with the I formation. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. He's hit and got away. Tackle made from the 27-yard line.
What sprung this play was some pretty good blocking up front. They read the blitz and picked it up nicely.
From the 27-yard line.
Ball on the
Second and short.
27-yard line.
Ace backfield. They hand it off again.
They tried some, but the defense just didn't look like they were buying it.
Well, the running back had a nice hole there, but the problem was that there was a big, ugly defender sitting right in it.
So another third down upcoming for the offense.
Line.
Easy call here. Give it to the playmaker at running back. Shaq. Next one. And down he goes at the 24-yard line. Another carry for this kid, and he'll get the first down.
He's been pretty reliable on this drive, Kirk.
He's carrying this offense on his back right now. And I think they'll keep giving him the ball until the defense figures out a way to stop it.
First and 10.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
Going with the shotgun here. Looks to pass. Lets it fly. Catches it. That's a loss of 4 yards.
On the reception, loss of 4 on the play.
From the 28-yard line. We've got a second and 14. Arkansas sets up in the eye. Juke move. They'll bring him down at the 26-yard line. Comes away with 2 yards on the carry. They've looked good so far on third down on this drive. Let's see what happens here. The Razorbacks come out in the shotgun. Down the middle. Got him again. He ignores the footsteps and makes the catch.
These guys are marching down the field, Kirk. I think this defense is getting tired.
I think you're right. They look a little fatigued. But first downs on third down, you're doing a lot for your confidence.
I'll tell you something. They need to take the intensity that is working on first and second downs and save some for third down because they're just getting outworked.
The pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone when performance matters most. Looks like they're going to try to power this one in. Shaq, up the gut. Touchdown, Razorbacks. The defense hasn't had much luck keeping this kid out of the end zone today.
He's a good back, Brad. That's why he's playing Division I football. He's had this kind of success against almost everyone he's played against.
They'll line up for the extra point here. And he tacks on the extra point.
And now we'll take a look at the Pontiac drive summary.
Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Short kickoff. Hunt takes it at the 12 with the spin. And now we'll see the offense coming out of the field for their next possession. Here's a look at the offensive production statistics brought to you by Coca-Cola. They line up in an I. Robinson lets it fly. Across midfield. At the 40. At the 30. To the 20. To the 10. He's all the way. Touchdown. And, Coach, how about that touchdown?
With that last touchdown throw, this quarterback now has managed to find the end zone 3 times today. Pretty decent number if you ask me.
Here's the kicking team to try the extra point. He makes the PAT. Bennett is lined up to kick this one off.
Number 25, back deep to return.
And this one's away. Carlson takes it at the 14.
What to look for on this drive is to see how often the defense changes up its coverages. They didn't defend the pass very well that last drive, so it's going to be interesting to see if they play them differently here.
The offense will take over at the 31-yard line. Shaq,
First and 10.
Alone back. Diggs brings him down at the 31. Didn't get anything.
No gain on the play.
Second and 10. Ball on the 31.
31-yard line.
Huggins lines up in the shotgun. Tackles him for a loss on the play.
They sent the blitz and drilled the running back before he could find any daylight.
Third down and 12 to go. Ball on their own 29-yard
line.
The Razorbacks line up with a single set backfield. He drops back, throws down the middle. They can't connect. Incomplete. Barnes was the intended receiver on the play, and that'll bring up a punting situation.
Fourth and 12.
The Razorbacks
Ball
line up
on
the
the
punt.
29-yard line.
Hunt back deep to return. He punts it. Hunt fields it at the 41. Gets past the tackler. And he's still on his feet.
30-yard
Not a
run.
lot of trouble scoring the last time they had the ball.
19
Let's see if that passing game does the trick again. They're on the right side of the 50 as they start this drive. Robinson lines up with 3 receivers on his right. They'll throw on first down. Throws it. Nobody out to cover the running back. They'll get 2 on that reception.
Gain of 2 on the play.
It's second down and 8.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
Robinson lines up in the shotgun. Robinson steps back to pass. Throwing right. And that one's fallen incomplete.
Hello, Sweetum. Now that's how to break up a pass. That one had completion written all over it. But the young man on defense delivered a good enough hit to knock the ball loose.
He sure did. There was no way he was going to let that receiver catch that one.
Third down. The defense lines up in a dime. Lets it go. Finds his receiver. And he's all the way down to the 11-yard line. What do you have for us, Kirk?
Well, with that last catch, that receiver just went over 200 yards on the day.
Let me tell you one thing. This kid can flat out play football. 200 yards is a pretty big deal.
We'll see what they can do in the red zone.
Ball on the 11-yard line.
Robinson looking to throw on first down. Across the middle. The tight end scored that time, and with authority.
Fred is a physical football player, but he's also got the finesse to make a big impact in the passing game.
Here's the PAT to tie this thing up. And he tacks on the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary.
The
Bennett's
Chiefs
ready to
will
kick.
be kicking off.
Kicks it away. Carlson fields it at the 3. The defense really shut these guys down the last time they had the ball.
The offense looked a bit out of sync on that last possession, Coach.
And it was the defense that threw him out of sync, Kirk. Those guys are fired up. Let's see if they can hold them again.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Arkansas comes out in the shotgun, looks, Huggins, delivers, caught.
How about this guy keeping his feet in?
Oh, that was a nice catch, Kirk. Great job of dragging the feet.
Second down and short.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Arkansas sets up with 4 receivers. Shaq on the give, and he's tackled at the 36-yard line. He gets positive yards on the run and picks up the first. From their own 36-yard line. First down. They'll bring in their dime package. Huggins looking to throw on first down. And it's caught. He looked like he threw that one about as hard as he could.
Well, sometimes you got to make sure the defense can't get to it, so you put a little extra zip on the throw, just like he did there.
I'll tell you what, that ball looks like a missile with laces.
Second and 1.
It's second and 1. Ball on their own 45. They've got their man lined up in the backfield, but will they give it to him? Huggins on play action. He passes it. He goes up. Picked off. This defense just swarms to a pass when it's thrown like that.
And that's because of two things. Pressure on the quarterback and being in a zone defense. Everybody's facing the play, and if you don't throw a perfect ball, it's going the other way in a big-time hurry.
They'll start this drive at midfield.
1st and 10.
One-man backfield. Robinson to the air on 1st down. Fumbles the ball. It's scooped up. The linebacker made a heads-up play to recover that fumble.
Boy, I'll say he did. He knew right where to be.
They'll start at the 41-yard line. The Razorbacks are lining up with 3 receivers. It's the tailback. Tackle at the 49-yard line. And that was a nice run. Kirk, that was a great job by that big offensive line.
Yeah, it really was, Brad. And also, a nice read by the ball carrier to find that running lane.
When you break one like that, you got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line.
They line up at the 49. It's 1st down. Huggins comes to the line with 3 wide. He's on the run. Williams with a takedown at the 36. Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coke. Arkansas sets up in the I. The defense jumped, but I think a lineman moved first.
Offsides on the defense.
So they'll move him back after the penalty.
I bet that one has the fans steaming.
That wasn't a very bright play by that young man. You can bet that the fans aren't the only ones unhappy. His coaches don't look too happy either.
Draw play. That was well defended by this defense.
Hey, that linebacker made a nice play. But what about all those big guys up front on the defensive line? They're good too, boy.
Well, they created the play this time, Coach. The offensive line is so concerned with their penetrating abilities that these linebackers are able to roam free and make plays like that.
Shannon lines up in the deep back, I formation. Newsom, the ball carrier. Excellent open field tackle. The fullback picks up about 3 yards on that carry. Third and 2 coming up here.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Hands it to the back. Romero with the tackle at the 25-yard line. Lee, what do you think of that run?
Yo, is this running back having a tremendous game or what? You just don't run for over 200 yards and call it an average day. Ha!
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 25. They line up in an I. First down, looking to throw. Lets it fly. And he's got him on the fly. Knox lost the ball. Touchdown, Arkansas. They'll line up for the extra point here. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Burns is lined up to kick this one off. And it's off. Hunt fields it in the end zone. Let's see if this defense has trouble defending the pass again here.
If they do, my friend, look out. They're going to give up another touchdown in a hurry.
Here's the offensive production statistic, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Dortch is the deep back as they line up in the eye. On play action. He lets it go. Way to look it in. Loss of 2. Up at the 15. Second down and 12. This defense is in the dime. There's a play fake. Looks like he's going to run. He's taken down at the 18-yard line. From their own 18-yard line. Now it's 3rd and 9 coming up. The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. He's looking to pass. Throwing right. Got it to him on the run. Coach, what do you got for us?
I just can't get over the play of this quarterback. Get this stat, fellas. He's now over 400 yards passing for the day.
First down. Ball on the 43-yard line.
They come out with 3 wide receivers. Drops back to pass. He lets it go. And this one falls incomplete. Wolf was the intended target on the play, so that'll make it 2nd down. They line up at the 43. It's 2nd down. Tackle made at the 49. Dortch gains around 8 yards in the run.
8 on the play.
So another 3rd down upcoming for the offense.
49-yard line.
He's tackled at the 44. First down, 10 yards to go. On the 44-yard line. Play action. Throws this one out to the right. It's tipped. Good awareness defensively that time by the linebacker.
Not only that, but as you saw, he also made a very athletic move to get to the ball.
2nd and 10. This is the 8th play of this drive. Dortch lines up in the deep back, I formation. Robinson fires. Bounces off the would-be tackle. Tackle at the 35-yard line. Nice pickup as they connect on the pass play.
Well, they look to be in sync right now. They're both reading the defense properly, and the result is a nice game.
They line up for another 3rd down, and they've had no problem converting their first 2. This is when the impact player at tight end can make plays. Dortch takes the toss right. Tackle made at the 35. The running back gets a yard, maybe less.
On the play.
Fourth and 1. Here comes the punter, looking to boot this one away. Bennett is waiting for the snap. He gets it away. Calls for the fair catch. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Their last drive ended when they decided to try for it on 4th down and were turned away by the defense. 1st and 10. The Razorbacks line up in an I formation. He jukes him. Brought down at the 29-yard line. That's a good 9-yard gain.
9-yard gain on the play.
Second and short. Ball at 29. Arkansas comes out with an I formation. Huggins, little toss to the right, and they'll bring him down behind the line. The toss play wasn't working there. Loss of about 2
on the play.
It's 3rd down and 3 to go. The Razorbacks go with the I formation. It's the tailback. Broke away from 1. The 50. He's all the way down to the 43-yard line. So they pick up a huge run on 3rd down.
That last play was a brilliant call, Kirk.
Good call, and you can see on that play that this offense is very well schooled. Everyone following their assignment.
1st and 10. Ball on the 43. The Razorbacks come out in the ace formation. And he's taken down at the 40. Shaq gets 3 yards on the play.
3-yard gain on the play.
They line up at the 40.
Ball on the
2nd down.
40-yard line.
The Razorbacks line up with a single setback to him. Tackles him at the 36-yard line. Picks up about 4 yards on the play. The defense will try to stop this 3rd down as they were unsuccessful the first time on this drive. The Razorbacks line up with 3 wide. Huggins gives it up the middle, and he's tackled at the 22-yard line. 3rd down has been the charm on this drive.
It's been all about execution. When it comes to calling the right play at the right time, they've been able to do it here.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Huggins lines up in the shotgun. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 22-yard line. Huggins with 3 wide receivers.
391.
Shaq will run it again. He juked him out of his shoes. That's a 7-yard gain.
7-yard gain on the play.
And we take a quick look at the stats from within the red zone, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. Arkansas sets up in the I. And down he goes to the 9-yard line. And they convert the 1st down on that run.
And the key to that play is a good blocking up front by the Hog Mollies.
You're right, and those are the kind of runs that you need to have a successful offense.
Arkansas, 1st down here, trying to make it a 2-score game.
Ball on the 9-yard line.
The Razorbacks line up in an I formation. Huggins drops to throw. Stepping up, fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas. A great throw, and that's his 2nd touchdown catch of the game.
The quarterback knew exactly where to put the pass, and the receiver went out there and made the grab. Good communication.
And they're lining up for the PAT. And he adds the extra point. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. Arkansas is ready to kick it away. Kicks off. Hunt takes at the 15. He jukes him. They're just about ready to get this drive started. After their last series had some promise, but it ended with a punt. Let's take a look at the offensive production numbers, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Nickel defense. Robinson flips it out. Missed tackle. Nice pickup on that run.
Here's a perfect example of running the toss play. Good pitch, good catch, and blocking was good enough up front to spring this tailback to a monster gain.
First down, 10 yards to go.
Ball on the
44. One man backfield. Robinson drops back to pass. He fired. He almost had it, but it's incomplete. Smith was the intended target, so that'll make it second down. So it's second and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line. They come out with three wide receivers. Robinson drops back. Robinson delivers. And he's got him on the run. They'll bring him down at the 42-yard line. How about that pass, fellas?
Well, Brad, the defense was coming with the blitz, and that opened some room for these guys to get open.
Yeah, and if you're coming with the blitz, you better get to this quarterback. Otherwise, he'll make you pay.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 42. They're in the eye. Give to the tailback. Juke move. Folks with a takedown at the 33. And that is 200 yards rushing on the day now for this halfback.
This guy's just had a heck of a day, Coach, but his team is still losing.
Yeah, but it's not his fault. This running back has just about done all he could to this point.
It's second down and 1 to go.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
Second and 1. Ball on the 33-yard line. The defense is looking for the pass as they bring out their dime package. They connect again. And fellas, this is really turning into a very impressive drive.
3 first downs and counting on this drive, Kirk.
Yeah, they've done a good job of building some momentum here, and more importantly, they've kept this defense on the field.
They're in the eye. That just brought his rushing touchdown count to 4.
You know, it's almost like he's expecting to score every time he's handed the football.
So the kicker lines up for the PAT. He makes the PAT, and here's the Pontiac drive summary. The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off.
Number 25, back deep to return.
Kicks it away. Carlson fields it at the 13. The last time this offense had the ball, they ran it very well, and they put it in the end zone. We'll have to see if that's their focus one more time. Here's the offensive production statistics, sponsored by Coca-Cola. They line up in an I. Gives it off. And they make the stop at the 29-yard line. Shaq picks up 2 yards with a carry.
On the play.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
On the 29-yard line.
The Razorbacks go with the I formation. Shaq gets the ball. Norwood tackles him at the 38-yard line. He seems to be running harder and harder as the game goes along.
And if you notice, guys, the defense seems to be getting a little bit tired out there.
They line up at the 38.
First and 10.
First down.
Ball on the 38-yard line.
The defense lines up with 5 defensive backs. Huggins options out. So it's second and 12. Ball on their own 36. The Razorbacks set up in the gun. Again with the run. Sheds a tackler. They'll get him for a loss. How about the play of this defensive end?
This is just solid run defense here. They get a great push up front, not allowing the runner to have much room to work with. And at the end, they're able to wrap him up.
From their own 34-yard line. Third and 14. The Razorbacks line up with 3 wide. Back to pass. He steps up. Here they come. He gets sacked on the play.
Wow. He went down pretty hard there.
Coaches don't like it when their quarterback gets hit like that. You'd be surprised to see the old coach get on his lineman to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
Fourth and long.
The Razorbacks are lining up to punt it away. Hunt is the deep man awaiting the return. He gets it away. Hunt fields it to 39. I don't really know what this one's for. Let's find out.
Holding on the receiving team. 10 yards is marked by foul.
These are the calls that drive a coach crazy. Senseless penalties can sometimes be the difference between winning and losing the game.
First and 10.
It's first and 10.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. Robinson on first down. Throws down the middle. Batted ball.
It looked like the quarterback thought he had an open receiver there, but I don't think he saw the linebacker.
I don't know how you could miss him. He's huge. And he came up with a very, very nice play.
It's second and 10.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
High formation here. Drops back to pass. Across the middle. Complete. Breaks 1. At the 40. To the 20. To the 10. And he's all the way in for the touchdown. And that was his 5th touchdown strike through the air, my friend.
Boy, he's really playing some solid football out there. I'd throw the ball every time if this kid were on my team.
Here's the PAT to tie this thing up. He splits the uprights with the extra point. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
Will be kicking off.
Decent kick. Carlson fields it at the 2. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Let's take a look at the offensive production numbers, brought to you by Coca-Cola. The Razorbacks line up with 2 tight ends. There's a play fake. He's looking for his man. Got it to him on the run. At the 40. Across midfield. He's all the way down to the 44. The quarterback has now passed for over 400 yards with that last completion.
The guy has done a great job moving the sticks all day long. He's a really good player.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 44-yard line. Shaq is the deep back as they line up in the I. They hand it off. And down he goes at the 40-yard line. The fullback gains about 4 yards there. It's second down and 6 to go. Ball on the 40-yard line. The defense will stack the line of scrimmage. Huggins with a nice play fake. He delivers. Newsom was the intended target on the play. That'll bring up third down. Third and 6. Ball on the 40. Arkansas comes out with an I formation. Huggins drops back to pass. He throws. Incomplete.
He's just lucky that he got that pass away.
The offensive line didn't protect the quarterback very well. The pressure was there in no time.
4th and 6.
Arkansas lining up the 40-yard line. Norwood is back awaiting the punt. He gets it off. Calls for a fair catch. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchdown. So this offense will take over, looking to take the lead.
This has been a great contest from start to finish, Kirk. We couldn't have asked for a better game.
Yeah, for those that showed up today, they certainly got their money's worth.
At the 20-yard line.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line. The defense is in the nickel. 5 DBs on the field. Robinson on play action. He goes up, picked off. They'll bring him down at the 7. They sure didn't need that. Now they've really got to buckle down on defense and stop them from scoring.
Boy, you could feel the huge momentum swing right now. That interception was big.
It's probably been the key play in this game to this point.
First and goal, fourth quarter, all tied up. What's it going to be? Shaq lines up in the deep back, I formation. Tosses left. Touchdown, Razorbacks. This kid has been a very integral part of this team's success today, fellas.
Absolutely. He's run the ball extremely well between the tackles. That's his 3rd touchdown of the day.
A successful offense needs a successful running attack, and that's exactly what this kid brings to the table.
And they're lining up for the PAT. And he converts the extra point.
Arkansas
looks
is
ready to
lined
kick
up for
this
the
one
kickoff.
off. He kicks it off. Romero takes it at the 4. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Clipping on the receiving team. After distance to respond to the foul.
That one's going to
First
put him
down.
way back.
You just can't block a player from behind like that, or it's going to cost you.
They'll
The
take
offense
over
will start
at
at
the
the
14-yard
14.
line. First and 10.
Dortch lines up as a single back. Robinson off the fake. Throws. He snags it. Tackle at the 21-yard line. He ran a good route there and was able to pick up yards underneath the coverage.
It's okay to move the ball in small portions because it relaxes the offense and can open things up for the big play.
From their own 21-yard line. Second down. Robinson comes to the line with 3 wide. Dortch gets the call. Sheds that one. He's tackled in the open field. And that one goes for a big, big first down.
You know, every time you run the ball successfully like that, that defense starts to creep up a little bit. That's when you go to the air, my friend. Over the top.
First down. Dortch, the lone back. Has some daylight. And that tackle's going to save him 6. Picked up big yards there, and he's going to have a first down.
Yeah, nice job there. This guy did a good job of reading his blocks and accelerating through the holes.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coca-Cola. Toss. There's a missed tackle. Gunn with the tackle at the 42. The running back gives them 6 yards on the ground.
On the play.
Second and 4.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. Robinson, back to pass. Sheds that one. And now he's going to improvise. He won't go down. Williams with a takedown at the 30-yard line. That is exactly why this kid is so tough to defend.
You bet he is. He's faster than some of the receivers.
Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coke. Robinson with 3 wide receivers. Setting up play action. He rolls left. He unloads it. And it caught. He's knocked out of bounds at the 23. That was a good completion there.
Yeah, I really liked the good, clean routes they ran on that play.
Second down.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Dortch lines up in the deep back, I formation. He's hit and got away. And he takes a big hit at the 23-yard line.
You know, this is a play that only this guy can make. When you combine his speed and power, then there really is no stopping him.
They line up at the 23. Third and 3.
3-yard line.
Dortch is the deep back as they line up in the I. Sheds one tackler. Jacques tackles him behind the line for a loss on the play. Someone down there just a little bit slow to get up.
Well, let's hope it's not serious, but his arm's got to be hurting after a shot like that.
It's fourth down, and the offense is getting set to go for it. The defense is in the nickel. Robinson. Back to throw. Robinson throws, and they're in. Touchdown. And that's a second time today these guys have been able to hook up for the score.
Boy, he really looks comfortable in that end zone, doesn't he?
The extra point to tie this game up. He splits the uprights for the extra point. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Looks like they're ready for the kick.
Chiefs is lined up for the kickoff. Number 25, back deep to return.
And it's a short kickoff. Shaq fields it at the 11, at the 30, at the 40, across midfield, at the 40, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. He returns it all the way to score. A spectacular showcase of skills there, guys.
No question. That was one of the most amazing returns I've seen in a long time.
What was special about this, Coach, is the fact that he made some nice moves early, and then once he got to the open, you saw his ability to outrun the coverage.
Personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. 15-yard penalty. It will be reversed on the drive.
Arkansas has the chance to ice things right here. And he adds the extra point. Arkansas ready to kick this one off. Hunt and Romero set to return. Short kick. He didn't get a hold of that one. Romero fields it at the 17. The offense comes out on the field once again.
It'll be interesting to see if this defense has made any adjustments to stop this running game.
Because they sure couldn't stop them from going down the field and scoring on that last drive.
This drive will start at the 30-yard line. Robinson tosses it right. He's going to try to throw. Johnson just couldn't bring it in.
They tried to shake him up there a little bit, Coach. I like the call.
That was a pretty neat little play. It didn't work, but it was still fun to watch.
Second down.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Arkansas comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs. Slips it short, and he finds a wide-open fullback. And they were stopped for a minimal gain on the play.
That was a sensational effort by the defense. They were all over that pass.
They line up at the 33. It's 3rd and 7. The Razorbacks line up in a nickelback. Robinson steps back to pass. He's going to take off. He sheds it. He's tackled at the 43. What an outstanding 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, and he showed pretty good quickness there, picking up a nice gain.
Good quickness and very good decision-making. Not a whole lot going on as far as throwing the ball there. He makes a wonderful decision, bringing it down and making a big play.
Missed tackle. They can't hang on to him. Jock Brings him down at the 48-yard line.
On the carry.
Dortch gains about 5 yards on the run, so that'll make it second down. Second down and 5. Ball on their own 48. Robinson comes to the line with 3 wide. Robinson hands it off. No, play fake. And it's the tight end. Looked like the linebackers bid on that play fake.
I didn't even know the quarterback had the ball. That's worth a yoke.
First down, 10 yards to
Ball
go.
on the 42-yard line.
Ace backfield. Back to pass. He looks over the middle. Tackle made at the 33-yard line. Good yardage that time on the pass.
The thing that makes this play work is the quarterback. He throws this thing right in there. What an arm this quarterback's got.
It's second down and a yard to go. Ball on the 33-yard line. From the gun, Robinson hasn't thrown a bad one this drive. They can't connect. Incomplete. Johnson was the intended target. That'll make it third down. Third down, a yard to go.
On the 33-yard line.
And this offense is having a difficult time doing anything at the line of scrimmage. There was some movement on the line.
Let's start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still.
It'll be third down again after that penalty.
And now they have more yards to pick up for the first down.
The offense faces another third down as they line it up. Play fake. Look out. Incomplete pass. How about that defensive call?
I love this call because you don't want the quarterback to get too comfortable back there. He'll tear you up.
It's fourth down and the offense is getting set to go for it. Arkansas lines up in a dime defense here. Looks. He zips it out. Got him again. He's hit and got away. Tackle at the 20. And they're building some great momentum on this drive, guys.
That's right, Brad. That was a crisp pass by the quarterback, and they're looking pretty good moving the ball right now.
And since we're in the red zone, let's have a look at the numbers. Brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. In the red zone again. Let's see if it'll be another touchdown. Catches it. Brought down at the 8.
Coach, I think that extra time spent with the quarterback during practice this week has really paid off as he finds himself the favorite target here in this game.
You're absolutely right, Kirk. He's got over 300 yards in this game. Whoa.
Well, this is it. They've got all 4 downs to get in the end zone. Dortch gets the carry. He's in for the touchdown. And that was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
This guy's having a wonderful year.
He's the workhorse of this team, Kirk. And one thing is for sure, he knows how to find the end zone.
The extra point to tie this game up. And he hits the PAT. And here's the Pontiac drive somewhere. Shaq is deep to receive, and look out, folks. He's looking to run another one back for 6. Kicks it away. Carlson takes it at the 12. There's a player shaken up on the play.
Well, it looks like he twisted his knee a little bit there.
They'll go to work at the 30-yard line. The Razorbacks are lining up with receivers. Gets the ball. No, they fake it. Throws it out there. That's incomplete. Newsom was the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up second down.
Second
From their own 30-yard line.
on the 30-yard line.
Second down. They line up in the shotgun.
3 inside 4.
Huggins rifles it over the middle.
They almost got to him that time.
Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmaker.
3rd and 10.
They line up at the 30. It's 3rd and 10. Huggins with 3 wide receivers. Huggins back to pass. Feeling the pressure. And this one falls incomplete.
We knew this drive was in trouble if they couldn't get the pass game going.
And I think it's safe to say it didn't get going at all. No one caught a pass on that drive, and that deserves a major league yoke.
Ball on the 30-yard
Arkansas
line.
ready to punt this one away. Hunt will be the return man. Punts the ball away. Hunt calls for the fair catch. Their last drive ended with a touchdown. What happens on this possession?
They'll take
start
over
at
at the
the
38-yard line. 1st and 10.
Robinson has trips to the right. Bounces off the would-be tackler. They'll bring him down at the 49.
On the carry. 11-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, I thought they were going to take a loss on the play, but he broke the tackle and barely got the first down.
This back is a fighter. That was just a good run.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 49. Robinson comes to the line with 3 wide. Robinson drops back on 1st down. Flips it. And that's his receiver who's wide open. That's a great tackle at the 29-yard line. Not a bad pickup that time.
Yeah, but let me tell you the reason why this play worked. The defense came with pressure, but they couldn't quite get to the quarterback, and he made them pay right there.
It's 1st down.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
Dort lines up in the deep back, I formation. Gets past the tackler. Folks with a takedown at the 13-yard line. Guys, this is pretty unbelievable. 300 yards rushing now for this back.
Unbelievable is an understatement, Brad. I don't think I've ever seen a 300-yard rushing game.
There is a first for everything, Coach, but this is definitely a game that we'll all remember for a while.
Another trip to the red zone. Last time, it resulted in a touchdown. 1st down, look at the throw. Looking, he's going right. And for that young man, it's touchdown catch number 2.
Hey, this guy's really stepped up for his football team today.
Well, it's obvious the coach wanted to get him involved in the game plan. It looks like it was a pretty smart move, too.
They line up for the extra point. He makes the PAT. That score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. He had one kick return that went for a touchdown. Let's see if they kick it to him again. He kicks it off. Shaq takes it at the 8. Guys, what are you thinking at this point in the game?
Well, they have a little bit of time, but I think it's very crucial that they get the ball in the end zone on this possession.
I agree with you, Kirk. They can take their time, but a
They'll
field
take
goal
over
is
at the
just
27.
about out of the question.
1st and 10.
They'll go to work at the 27. The Razorbacks line up with a single set backfield. Huggins still has it. He lets it go. He's hit and taken down.
You know, it's really easy to overlook those guys on the line.
Yeah, the defense came after them, and those linemen held them long enough for the quarterback to throw for a first down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 45. Huggins with 4 wide receivers. Shaq, the ball carrier, tries to juke, and he's tackled at the 46-yard line. Shaq picks up a yard on the play, so that'll make it 2nd down. From their own 46-yard line. 2nd and 9. The defense comes out in a dime package. He's into the open field. And that run just pushed him over 300 yards rushing.
All I can say is, wow, this running back has been virtually unstoppable today.
It's been ugly out there. I mean, this defense is looking bad. I mean, real bad.
The Razorbacks come out showing 3 wide. Shaq gets another carry. He's tackled at the 33. That was a great call.
Yeah, here you see the draw play at its best. The tailback got good blocking up front and was able to pick up a bunch of yards.
First down. Arkansas comes to the line, only 1 man in the backfield. Tackle at the 30-yard line.
Well, you know this guy has to protect himself.
You're not kidding. He got wow.
Second down and 7. Ball on the 30-yard line. Arkansas sets up in the eye. Just nowhere for the ball carrier to go as the linebacker met in the backfield.
What great play recognition by this linebacker. He saw the run was coming, and he just shot through the gap and made a great tackle.
Third down, 7 yards to go. Arkansas comes out in the shotgun. He's gobbled up in the backfield. A 4-yard loss. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. Going with the shotgun here. Looking to throw. Rolls right. He lets it go. And he brings it down.
This quarterback acts like he doesn't even know it's 4th down out there. Did you see how calm he looked in the pocket?
He showed great composure. I don't think he's done moving the ball down the field.
Pressure turns up when in the red zone, and that's when you turn to Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. Their last trip down here was a success. Let's see if this one will result in another touchdown. A gain of 9 yards on the play.
9-yard gain on the play.
So they line up on the 3-yard line going in. Let's see if they can take this one in for 6. Throws down the middle. The tight end couldn't make the big catch there. It's 3rd down.
Ball on the 3-yard line.
High formation, looking to punch it in here.
And plenty of options on this play, you guys.
It's a whole new game now, Coach.
That was clutch right there. But you gotta wonder if they left too much time on the clock.
I don't know. That's not a whole lot of time.
It's enough time to get in field goal range. That's for sure.
The the extra point to tie this game up. And he hits the PAT. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. Arkansas to
is
kick.
lined up for the kickoff.
Decent kick. Romero fields it at the 7. Passing wasn't much of a problem the last time this offense had the ball, as they were able to get it in for 6. We have our Coca-Cola Players of the Game, and it's really no surprise. Congratulations. Steps back to pass. Robinson passes. So the only man between him and the end zone makes the tackle. The wideout made a good-looking grab there.
You're right, and the quarterback threw it as soon as he saw he had that extra step.
The offense lines up with 3 wide receivers. Robinson drops back. Down the middle. To the middle. It's his tight end. Brought down at the 45. How good has this offense been today?
They just keep getting better and better. If they can get a little more yardage, we're going to be talking about a new NCAA record.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line. Drops back to pass. He takes off. Broke away from 1. They'll bring him down at the 37-yard line. The offense calls a timeout, and that was their first timeout. It's 2nd down and 2 to go. Ball on the 37. One-man backfield. Looks to pass. He's looking. He's rolling right. And it's off. Bounces off a would-be tackler. Tackle at the 18-yard line. The offense calls a timeout, and they'll have 1 timeout left. There's a flag down, and here's the call.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense. 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
And we take a quick look at the stats from within the red zone, brought to you by Old Spice Red Zone, when performance matters most. Robinson hasn't thrown a bad one this drive. Lets it fly. It's complete. They just took what the defense gave them on that play.
Yeah, you're right. That was a good job of getting that pass completed for positive yardage.
Second and long coming up here. Ball on the 27-yard line. Robinson comes to the line with 3 wide. Nice play fake. Across the middle. He might have a chance. Payne with the tackle at the 13.
Oh, man, they had him good there. The defense was looking run, and they threw it for a big gain.
The running back really sold the run well that time. That allowed for the quarterback to get the ball downfield for a decent gain.
Third down. 5. Ball on the 13-yard line.
Robinson with 3 wide receivers. Robinson back to pass. He's been perfect on this drive. He caught it, but failed to get that one necessary footing.
That's an outstanding catch, and he just missed making a big-time play.
It's 4th down. This kick will be from about 30 yards out. The defense now really trying to get the crowd into it. He gets it up, and it's through the uprights. And that gives them the lead.
I know that I call kickers head cases, but this kid isn't one. It's like he doesn't even feel the pressure.
Well, he better stop celebrating. There's still time on the clock, and he has to kick the ball off.
And they've got to return this for a touchdown or don't field the kick at all. But this could be the last play of the game. Kicks it away. Shaq from his own end zone. Here's a look at the offensive production statistics, brought to you by Coca-Cola. One last play, folks. It's time to find out how far he can throw it and see if this game becomes one of the all-time greatest. Here we go. And they tackle him. There's the final gun, and this game is history. What are your final thoughts on this game, Kirk?
I'm sad to see this one in because it was a great game to watch. Arkansas played a good game out there, but they needed to make one or two more big plays, and they couldn't do it. Who knows? Another couple of minutes, and this one may have gone the other way.
Brad Nessler for Lee Corso and Kirk Herbstreit signing off. So long, everybody.